Today's lecture focuses on the practice of medicine in ancient Egypt. Not just the treatments themselves, but how modern researchers have managed to understand them, despite the challenges involved. One major obstacle is the way the ancient material has been preserved. While a small number of medical texts have survived in full, these are rare. In most cases, what we find are collections that appear to be administrative or reference-based. Rather than offering full explanations, many of these documents are simply organized as lists of plants, preparations or ritual items. This limitation has led researchers to rely heavily on supplementary evidence. For example, we now know that Egyptian medicine used ingredients that weren't always native to the region. Some were clearly imported from far-off places, perhaps through trade with neighboring cultures. These imported substances were sometimes expensive or difficult to obtain, making their inclusion quite significant. How do we know this? The answer lies in several types of preserved material. One particularly valuable source has been temple decorations. Some temples contain detailed sculptures showing the preparation or application of various treatments. Other sources include wall illustrations and sealed jars that have survived in tombs. As for why these ingredients were chosen, there's evidence that their use wasn't always purely medical. In some cases, certain items were added to enhance the flavor of the medicine, which would have made it more acceptable to consume. Taste, after all, plays a role in whether people are willing to take treatment. A major contribution to this field came from a researcher named Campbell, who systematically analyzed the contents of ancient prescriptions. His study revealed a total of 248 different components, including substances derived from animals and a number of minerals. Some ingredients had symbolic significance. Items like onions or fish, for instance, were seen as symbols of strength or divine favor, rather than functioning as active medical agents. But not everything was symbolic. Some ingredients had practical applications. Sugar, for example, appears to have been used to preserve mixtures and create pastes that adhered well to wounds or skin. The physical setting where these treatments occurred also mattered. During mummification, procedures had to take place in environments that were kept clean, likely to reduce contamination as well as for religious purity. And when it came to wrapping the deceased, archaeological finds show that bandages were sometimes reinforced with substances such as resin or metal, possibly for extra durability or spiritual protection. But medical treatment wasn't just about death rituals. For everyday injuries, ingredients like honey were commonly applied to wounds, thanks to their natural ability to reduce infection and encourage healing.